Oh, Templars. Oh, and a Desire Demon. Wonder what they were getting up to. Welcome back to Old School LPs, where once again we're playing Dragon Age Origins. We're about to continue our ascent through the Mage Tower of Kinloch Hold. But first, let's get into the lore. The Fraternity of Enchanters. Another aspect of Circle life is the fraternity. When a mage becomes an enchanter, he may ally himself with the fraternity. These are cliques that cross Circle boundaries, mages of common interests and goals who band together to ensure that their voice is heard within the College of Magi in Cumberland. The largest fraternities currently are the Loyalists, who advocate loyalty and obedience to the Chantry; the Equitarians, who advocate temperance and follow a distinct code of conduct which they believe all mages should hold themselves to; the Libertarians, a growing fraternity publicly maintaining greater power for the circles, but secretly advocating a complete split from the Chantry, a dangerous opinion, naturally; the Isolationists, a small group that advocates withdrawing to remote territories in order to avoid conflicts with the general populace; the Lucrosians, who maintain that the Circle must do what is profitable first and foremost. They prioritize the accumulation of wealth, with the gaining of political influence a close second. So far, an alliance between the Loyalists and the Equitarians has prevented the Libertarians from gaining much headway, but there are signs that the Equitarians may throw their support in with the Libertarians. If that happens, many mages predict it will come to civil war among the circles. From the Circle of Magi, a History by First Enchanter Josephus. Blood Magic, the Forbidden School. Foul and corrupt are you, who have taken my gift and turned it against my children. Transfigurations, chapter 18, verse 10. The ancient Tevinters did not originally consider blood magic a school of its own. Rather, they saw it as a means to achieve greater power in any school of magic. The name, of course, refers to the fact that magic of this type uses life, specifically in the form of blood, instead of mana. It was common practice at one time for a magister to keep a number of slaves on hand so that, should he undertake the working of a spell that was physically beyond his abilities, he could use the blood of his slaves to bolster the casting. Over time, however, the Imperium discovered types of spells that could only be worked by blood. Although lyrium would allow a mage to send his conscious mind into the Fade, blood would allow him to find the sleeping minds of others, view their dreams, and even influence or dominate their thoughts. Just as treacherous, blood magic allows the veil to be opened completely, so that demons may physically pass through it into our world. The rise of the Chant of Light and the subsequent fall of the Old Imperium has led to blood magic being all but stamped out, as it should be, for it poses nearly as great a danger to those who would practice it as the world at large. From the Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus. The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux. And I mean this literally. Once, the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronets and baronets and sir-barons and a horde of others, each with its own origin and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility plays the grand game, as it is known, whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as the result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Draken, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Valrayo, the statue of Draken stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Draken determined that the Grand Game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own, and Lord and Lady. I am told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the Grand Game as Drakon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than the official ones, such as the Exalted Patron of Tassus Clay, or Uncle to the Champion of Tremé. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doorman at balls who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least one aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the Grand Game. And then there are the masks, and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever, but that is another story. From Beyond the Frostbacks, by Banteric of West Hill, 920 Dragon. Ostagar. Representing the furthest point of encroachment by the ancient Tevinter Imperium into the barbarian lands of the southeast, the fortress of Ostagar was once one of the most important defensive holdings south of the Waking Sea. It stood at the edge of the Korcari Wilds, watching for any signs of invasion by the barbarians known today as Chastened Wilders. Straddling a narrow pass in the hills, the fortress needed to be bypassed to reach the fertile lowlands to the north, and proved to be exceedingly difficult for the Wilders to attack because of its naturally defensible position. Like most imperial holdings in the south, Ostagar was abandoned after Tevinter's collapse during the First Blight. It was successfully sacked by the Chastened Wilders, and then, as the Chastened threat dwindled following the creation of the modern Ferelden nation, fell to ruin completely. It has remained unmanned for 4 centuries, though most of the walls still stand, as does the tall Tower of Ishal, named after the great Archon that ordered its construction. Ostagar remains a testament to the magical power of the Imperium that created it. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. I think that will be enough for now. Let's keep trying to find some mages.
Everyone's gone. Or dead. I fear the worst.
I do too, Win.
Huh.
Okay, it looks like this way's blocked off.
And I'm off.
No one in here? All sorts of bodies on the ground, which makes me nervous. Scroll of Banastor. We were looking for that. See what I tell ya. Oh, another wave. Oh, and we have a spirit dude over here, an arcane horror. I think that's the first one of them we've seen.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Alistair and the dog pretty much took care of it. Nice. We're getting some more documents here. And we have statues. I think this has to do with that Watchguard of the Reaching, I believe it was called, these statues. Let's review that real quick. Okay. Sword lowered to strike through and ground. Giant spear raised. Vessel in hand, words from another time, drip power. So sword down, spear raised, vessel in hand. Well, I see sword down.
Huh.
Oh, that must not be right. Didn't... Vessel. Or was it sword to strike down, so it should be this one?
Yes.
No, apparently not. I'm assuming, if I remember right, when you do it correctly, it doesn't hurt you. Maybe we don't have all the steps yet. That's possible. We also haven't seen the spear raised guy.
Trap. So simple to see,
Oh,
really.
trap. Take care of that so nobody gets over it.
Going.
Okay. Oh, rage demon. We are not doing too bad in here. Okay, more statues, but I don't think I can interact with any of these.
Don't look now. Huh.
Oh, trap. Nope, don't stand on the trap. There we go.
Must be. And I'm off.
I am liking that riposte move. That is a good one. There's a page here. Oh, where is it? Sometimes the sweet spot on this is hard to find. There we go. Five pages for mages. Okay. I don't see how this helps us yet. But it looks like it tells us to speak the words of ascension, and then has the notes, "Here I begin my study, knowing full well it will change the circle forever. Let history mark the date this work began, 929 Dragon, so that when new calendars are put to paper, the date Fonst 00 is known with certainty. From the mouths of gods, finally to the people, through me." Don't know what that's supposed to be yet. I'm sure we'll find out. Oh, another page. So it starts with what looks like the same beginning. And then the notes say, 479 sovereigns plus favors, immortality worth every coin, words of creation, proof of maker, no one must know until translations are complete. I will have first enchanter, the ear of kings, I will own kings, glory everlasting. Enchanter Modalt. We'll see what that is in a bit. I don't think I want to go towards the center because I'm pretty sure that's progressing up further. I want to fully explore first. Oh, Templars! Oh, and a Desire Demon. Wonder what they were getting up to. Oh, Alistair's nearly dead. No, no, no. Take a poultice.
Stop me!
He needs to start taking the big poultices now, I think.
I got you then! Going. Alright, a bit more.
Okay, think we got them all. Another page. Notes on a wondrous discovery. A strange script, uniform by steady hand. Yes, one would expect an agent of the Maker to be steady. In fact, it follows all my expectations of the words the Maker would bestow. It is perfect, and once translated, I will have such fun lording this over the chantry. Worth every bit. Enchanter Gaius. Sounds like these guys are getting in trouble, to be honest.
Going.
And another torn page. This one... Maker take the vendor. A copy. A fake. Why didn't I see? It was obvious. Spake? Laughingstock. No one must know. Beha Yoam. I find him, I'll kill him. Okay. Not happy with that. I see.
Yes.
And is this another torn page? It is. Oh, and that gives us the quest. Okay, what's that last page? The words elude me, but I will defy their obstinateness. Worked by the old gods or the Maker himself, I will wring their secrets into my hands. I need the essence of the powerful and the pure, and so begins a bloody road, but at the end, godhood, the keys to the Black City. Enchanter Ronus. Okay, so several of the Circle enchanters were unknowingly studying the same forged tome. Someone named Beha Yoam took advantage of their egos and likely made a tidy profit. Keep an eye out for him. Okay, so we're looking for that sketchy vendor. Okay, and I think that circled us back around to the first room. Oh! I missed a scrap of paper. Oh, and I also missed an apprentice note.
Huh.
Doesn't read like we'll be finding our fair apprentice in one piece.
Oh no. Okay, that upgraded Watchguard of the Reaching. Okay, here we go. This looks like it's the order. Whisper says, Great Hall, hidden above us the whole time. The vessel in hand, words from another time drip literal power. Put on bowl. A sword raised to sever connection, cord cut. A sword lowered to strike through and ground, bile. The threads placed before a warrior, spear raised, shielded from each side, so whispers are known false. Where is this? It whispered order, but not where. It's in my head. Spear raised. I think there may have been a statue in the floor below us. Let's do the first three. So, vessel, sword raised, sword lowered. Vessel. Sword raised.
Huh.
Sword lowered. I'm going to check my theory that the statue may be on the lower floor. If it's not, I may cut that. There is a toppled statue that I apparently haven't interacted with. Oh, and I can speak to it?
Yes.
There's a phylactery. I mean, I think I need to take it because, I mean, worst case scenario, something comes out to kill me, but then I can kill it. Yep, as I suspected. A revenant.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
I think the revenant's immune to most of my rogue stuff.
Defend yourself. Take that.
Well, I think... Oh no, he just killed a bunch of us.
Let us end this. Nothing but excitement traveling.
Let's keep Alistair alive. Does Wynn have a res? She's like out of mana. Let's fix that first.
We must fight.
Okay, and does she have a res? I think she does. Yes. Let's put that... God damn it. It's not letting me... We'll try it there. See how that does. Well, that got the dog. That's something, I guess. I was hoping it would also get me. I looked like I was in that, but guess not.
That went well.
Oh, he's down. We got a Codex entry on that. We'll have to check that out later. Okay, so it wasn't that. Because see, there's all these little dudes with spears all over the place. False alarm, continue up the tower.
Natural always
Oh,
smells.
maybe it's in here. Skeletons.
All right.
Skeleton archers? Yeah, the Revenant did a number on us, but the rest of us seem fine. There's a Tranquil Mage. We'll talk to him in a second. Is there a statue in here, maybe? There's a few of them. The Tranquil Mages, I mean. Not seeing statues. Well, maybe it's on the next floor. I know it was a little tricky to find. Be on the lookout for it. You guys gonna say anything?
It is fortunate that you appeared when you did.
Thank you. That was an uncomfortable experience.
Understatement of the year, but then again, you are tranquil. So, to be expected. Okay, we've got more spear guys. Maybe...
Now
Maybe
that's
close
just
by?
unnecessary.
Okay, I can go towards
It
the
is
center. Let's not
time
yet.
for supper, pet.
Yes, my love. What are we having tonight?
Roast boar, your favorite, and candied yams. The meal looks sumptuous.
You spoil me, my sweet. How fare our children at their lessons?
You should ask them yourself.
What have you learned, my son?
Mother has me practicing my penmanship. She raps me on the knuckles if my letters are not formed correctly.
Yes, it is important for a young man to be able to write. And what about you, my dearest Missa?
Mother is teaching me to play the harp. And I helped with supper.
Well, it is delicious. Thank you, my dear.
Isn't this wonderful, husband? Isn't our life perfect?
Yes, it is all perfect.
I always thought this guy was actually really sad.
Everything is just as you wanted, my knight. Our love and our family is more than you hoped for.
Unhand him, foul demon.
Do you hear something, love?
It is nothing, my darling. Just the door. I will get it. The children have finished supper. Tuck them into bed while I see who it is.
Don't be long. The children will want to kiss you goodnight.
I will be but a moment, my pet. You are intruding upon a loving, intimate moment, and I dislike disruptions.
You have this Templar ensorcelled, don't you?
Happiness is bewitching. There is a certain power in all things mortals delight in. I have given him what he always wanted. Where is the harm in that?
His happiness is an illusion, a cruel lie.
All emotion is intangible. You cannot see it, cannot grasp it.
But it is normally caused by something real. Real events, real people. What you've done to him is abhorrent.
I saw his loneliness and longing for a family that loved him.
She's feeding off his innermost desires and taking away his will. This is unholy.
No one else would have known his heart. He did not know it himself.
You've made him into your slave.
I fulfill his dreams. I grant him all his desires. Is he my slave, or am I his? We are partners. I give him what no one else can, and through him, I experience what it is to be mortal.
You're a parasite, and we must be rid of you.
Our thoughts and spirits are melded. If one perishes, so does the other. Though much of my strength is spent maintaining this link, I am his wife and his children. He will defend me to the death if need be. I want nothing from you. I have what I need. All I ask is that you leave us alone.
I can't do that. So you can drain him and move on to someone else? No.
Then you leave me no choice.
Help! There are bandits at the door. They're going to murder the children.
They will not get past me!
One never expects
Poor dude.
Nice you right then.
And there she goes. Okay, there's another door to the center. Let's not go in yet. Let's check out this room first.
So
Get the trap. And then I'm gonna head straight for this mage, if I can.
Okay, this is getting exhausting.
Alright, that kind of worked out.
And I'm off.
Allow me. I could do that.
Oh, not enough skill. Interesting. To see if I can level up before I get too much further. Oh yeah, I'm nearly there. And then hopefully I'll be able to put it into lockpicking.
Oh, look, visitors. I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved.
Killing demons is enough entertainment for me, thanks.
But why? Aren't you tired of all the violence in this world? I know I am. Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all of this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes open. Someone pinch me.
I'll not listen to your lies, demon. You have no power over me.
Resist. You must resist. Else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
And here we start probably the most tedious section of the game. Though it has a lot of stat ups and whatnot in it, so... I nearly downloaded something that would let me skip this whole thing. But I figured if I'm showing it off, I may as well show the whole thing. It's Duncan.
Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Wait. You should be dead.
Dead? Me? I have been close many times, but I never quite made it all the way. I just wanted to make sure you were happy here in Weishaupt. These grand halls were built by the first Grey Wardens. Isn't it breathtaking?
I don't know. Something doesn't seem right.
Everything is as it should be. We have eradicated the Darkspawn, and the world is at peace.
We eradicated the Darkspawn.
It was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the Archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze.
That's not possible. You're hiding something from me.
Foolish child. I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer?
You offer complacency, not peace.
It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your Darkspawn. May they be your doom.
All right.
If you insist. How amusing. Going.
Go on. Ooh. Took him right out. So what do we have here? Doesn't look like I can interact with that. I think I need something from further in.
Huh.
And here we go. We have to get through all of these to get through the Fade. There's Niall.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Are you a demon? No, I see that you're not. You're like me. Congratulations on getting out of that trap.
What about my companions? Are they trapped too?
You came here with others. Then yes, they would be trapped. The demon traps everything that comes here in a dream it thinks they can't or won't try to leave. I thought I'd escape too, but I've been wandering these empty grey spaces for a lifetime.
Are you a mage of the Circle?
Yes, I am. My name is Niall. I was trying to save the Circle when I encountered the Sloth Demon. I expect our experiences were similar.
You have the Litany of Adralla, don't you?
Litany was our weapon against the Blood Mage's domination. But it's too late. Everyone's dead.
There's still hope, isn't there?
This place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life.
We'll find a way out.
No, there is no way out of here. You think there might be, but you'd be wrong. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it, and it taunts you and drives you mad.
What do you know about the Sloth Demon?
Not much. You couldn't say we were friends, really. Demons have their own hierarchies. They play their own games, and mortals serve as pawns, perhaps even bargaining chips. The demon keeping us here probably rules this entire section of the Fade. It'll not let us go easily, if at all.
If we work together, we can escape.
Nothing dampens your spirit, does it? I don't know whether to admire or pity you.
Tell me about the protective ward.
I don't know much. I think the Sloth Demon has placed lesser demons on each of the islands. I've seen them. They take different shapes, but they're there. Defeating them may be the only way to reach the Sloth Demon. But you have to get to them first. I couldn't. I was too afraid to try.
You mentioned obstacles before?
Yes. Obstacles and mad dream things. A river of flame before a portal, or a door that shows you freedom through a keyhole that no key will fit. I once found a passageway smaller than my hand with a mouse going to and fro through it. Silly thing fled before I could question it.
Why would you talk to a mouse?
Because almost everyone here is a dreamer, except for the spirits and the demons, I suppose. Each dreamer may know things another may not. The mouse could have told me what lay beyond the tiny passage, or how to get there. Even how I might make myself small like him and crawl through myself. And if one could become small enough to take one path, perhaps there are similar ways to walk the others.
Could my companions be on one of the islands?
I don't know. There are many dreamers. You might find a way to reach them through the islands, if you're lucky.
I'll be back.
Don't mind me, then.
Okay. Well, we've got a pedestal there. And a Fade portal. Let's look at the pedestal first. A dreamer here is stopping this from working. Okay.
I just want to leave this place. No! Take that!
The mouse!
Thank you, but too late for me. Kill Yavina, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm. Take my power. Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make my...
Aha, and now I can become a mouse. It allows us to pass through openings that are normally too small, and gives us stealth. Okay. Yeah, and there's a mouse hole over there. So make sure that's all that's here. It appears so. So, mouse hole. Mouse. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and kill all the demons, because why the hell not? Especially because they really aren't that bad. There's the mouse hole we came through, and we've got another fade portal.
All right.
There's a door that I can't use.
Yes.
That dual weapon sweep is pretty dang good.
Something happened, didn't it? You look a little different. What happened?
I became a mouse.
Did you? Did it help? I know I saw the tiny holes. Were you small enough to get through?
I thought you'd given up. Why so excited?
I don't know. You're so much braver than I am. I was so sure it was impossible to get anywhere. Do you think you could learn other shapes? Maybe they could help you get to places you couldn't otherwise.
Okay, and I bet I can use this pedestal now.
All right.
Uh-huh. Let's go with the burning tower. Now, part of the unfortunate bit of how this works is, you notice we've already encountered a whole bunch of things we can't, like, use yet. Well, we're gonna have to go back to each of them eventually. So, there's a lot of backtracking. Kinda sucks. Permanent increase to cunning. Excellent. Because, yeah, a lot of them are things like that, and I don't want to give up any stat increases. Got some Templars on fire. We will eventually be able to go through that fire, but, you know, we can't yet. Let's see where this mouse hole goes. I mean, I think we could technically walk through it, but it would hurt us, and that's not so great. So I'd rather we don't until we have the right form for it. Okay, that mouse hole was moderately useless, it looks like, because I could have just walked over here. Couple more Templar.
Going. Yes. Oh, time to play.
I should be opening up with my my groin kick and my pocket sand more often. I know that's not technically what they are, but that is basically what they do. Okay. I will need a massive force, which I believe is another form.
And I'm off. Yes.
A Templar and a Hound.
And I'm off. Going. What? Oh look! It wants to fight!
There we go. We have another Hound coming for us.
Going.
And a mouse hole.
Might be a nice
oh.
pelt in it for us.
A couple doges first.
Oh, you'll have to do so much better than that. Oh, time to play?
We seem to be doing pretty well one-on-one thus far. See how long that stays that way.
Must control anger, but it bubbles, it burns. Must die.
Yes.
You have no hope, fleshling.
Behind you!
Use your anger!
Take that!
The anger. Fading. I am free. Take Ragos' power. Use it and burn him. Burn them all. He guards Sloth. He bars the way. You must destroy the door. Other dreamers. Other powers. Only way.
Okay. Yep, and now I have the Burning Man form. So I'm susceptible to cold, but I have a few new fire attacks, and I can walk through fire just fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back here anyways, so... Okay, yep, this is where I was. Yep, there's a door I'll need to go through eventually. Where to next? Let's do Mages Asunder. We'll just kind of go around the circle for now. several mouse holes. And a few doors. I guess let's start with the mice. A font of strength. And a bookcase. That looks like all that was in here. So we'll head back to our mouse hole. And there was another mouse hole.
Oh, this racket is going to drive me mad. Do something about it.
Oh, just stuff some wool in your ears. I don't hear anything.
Oh. Had enough of this noise.
Oh, he nearly killed me.
How amusing! Let's do this quickly, shall we?
There we go. Yeah, mages can do a crap ton of damage if you weren't watching. Okay, I think that's the room I started in? Yes. Okay. Oh god. I'm gonna try to disable one, and then try to go after this other one. Okay. That actually worked pretty well. I have to remember that. Okay, can't use that yet. Level up! Can I get the ability to open the chest? Oh, I have to be level 12. Dang it. That's sad. Ooh, auto backstabs? That would be pretty nice. Oh, or just a plain old bonus to attack. I could also do a flurry of blows. Oh, let's go the duelist one. That'll be our first sustained ability.
Yes.
Okay, I'm level 10 now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open that chest ever.
We can't trust anybody, especially each other.
The solution is so simple. We kill. Kill everyone.
How delightful.
Now let's see. Which one first?
Stun him. Now we'll go for her. Oh, I was hoping it would get closer to her before it did that. Oh. They're helping to take each other out for sure.
Huh.
Those guys were not nearly as bad as the mages.
Huh.
Fire. Oh. Where'd you come from? walk through the fire. Oh, and of course fire demons. Which hopefully won't do as much damage to me. Ooh. I actually do a decent amount of melee in this form. I have to remember that. Ow. You all done now? Looks like it. Oh, they do cold damage. I'm gonna get out of this. Stun. Health poultice. Get over there and do my dual weapon. And another health poultice. And another. I said, and another. Thank you. Come back here and let me kill you. Whew. There we go. Got all the mages. They do make things a bit tricky. Just do so much damage so fast.
Hurting people. It's what we do. We're mages.
Yes! Our magic gives us power over others. Use your gift today.
Let us play a game. The one who causes the most pain wins.
Thankfully, they really don't give a damn about friendly fire. Ooh. See if I can get you. There we go. I think this is the last one. Looks like it. There's a massive door. And we've got a book. Time to continue.
How about you then?
Not doing too bad on the golems. Oh, I'm slowed though. Oh, I'm out of it. And there we go.
Thank you. It is time for this dream to come to an end. I give you my strength. It will be of little use against the demon that rules here, but perhaps it will help in other realms. Find a way to kill all the demon lords to open the way to Sloth. Free us all from this nightmare!
I will do my best, my dude. Okay, now we got the golem form, which opens those massive doors. We'll come back to this. Like I said, we're gonna have to come back to all of them anyways. So, let's just go around and grab all the different forms first. Oh, got a book here.
All right.
And a Fade portal. Where does this go? Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, arcane horror.
Don't look now. Not
Thankfully,
bad.
fairly
Not
squishy.
bad at all.
Oh, we got some traps. And some mouse holes. And another Fade portal. Interesting. Oh, big old ogre. See if we can take you in golem form. We'll slam you. There we go. And what's this? Quake. Nice. And then I have a hurl, so that's kind of a long range-ish. There we are. It looks like I'm in an entirely different section now. Plonk, 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 plonk. Come out here. There we go. Switch over to Burning Man to go through here. And there's a mouse hole. That just goes to the next room over. Okay. That quake is pretty nice. Okay, there's one of those doors we can't use. And there's a massive door, which we slam a rock through. Perfect. Okay. Looks like we'll have to go back through the mouse hole, I think. Make sure this portal doesn't go anywhere interesting. Oh. Okay. I think this went back to the first area we were in. I believe it did. Yes. Looks like I might have missed looking at some books. I sure did. And there's a mouse hole here. It's just such a freaking maze. Well, Blight Wolf went down pretty easy. We've got Essence of Dex. I don't think I saw another way to get down there. I would imagine it has to be that like fade door that I can't use yet. So let's check out this other one. If I get the 4th form, then I ought to be able to go anywhere and complete them all. Where did that take me? Oh, probably over here. Okay. There are 2 additional mouse holes. Let's try this one across the way first. Okay, it brings me here to this Essence of Cunning. Excellent. And the other mouse hole. What do we have here? Let's go golem form, I think. Come here, my dudes. See where we are. Oh. We started all the way down there and we got kind of ported up here. I say we start by kind of backtracking. Let's see how tough these guys are. Ooh, fireball. Try that. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. Let's switch back to Golem, I think, for these guys. So we can start off with one of these. They just can't even really hit me much in this form, it looks like. Got a ton of health. There we go. It helps if I can hit them, though. Okay, there's a massive door. I can get through that, though. Font of Strength. And then this should be the room we began in. Yes. So if I take this mouse hole and it back here, take the mouse hole on the left, that one. And I'm back in this room. Excellent. So this door is where we have not yet been. See if I can take out this emissary. Ow, he heals. Lame. Is that it? Yes, that is it. So we have a mouse hole there, which I'm willing to bet will send us over here. Let's investigate that first. Yep. Now there's another mouse hole across the way. And a bunch of shit to kill. They all went down pretty easy. That's kind of nice. Ooh. Darkspawn spirits. Interesting.
They're gone. You did it. You killed them. But not all. Their leaders are behind the unbreakable door. I give you my wisdom. It will let you see. And now I wake.
Alright, and there's our last form. The Spirit. Vulnerable to physical, resilient to magic, and lets us see things that are hidden in the Fade. Okay, so that mouse hole is where we came from. Let's head through this door, because that will make sure that we've backtracked to everywhere we needed to.
Yes.
That quake is just really great. There we go. All right. And then I think that is... Yes, that is a room we've already been in. So, head back. Oh, with our spirit form, we can interact with this. Increase to will. Back to Golem to get through the door. And then I guess fight just a crap ton of these guys. My health is actually starting to get a bit low. Try to quake them all again. Come on, hit him. Ooh. I don't know if I can use health poultices in this form. I really hope so. Let's see. No, I can't. I bet I have to transform back. Let's try. So if I go to... Well, if I just go to regular... Okay, I got a bit of health back. But now I can definitely use my health poultice. And then back into Golem. Okay, that'll work. There we go. Oh, and two that just didn't want to join the party earlier, I guess. Thankfully, both fairly squishy. Now, I believe once we get through here, we will have actually done everything we can in this dream. I don't remember seeing anything I could do with the spirit before I got it. And hopefully we can just wind our way around. And get them all done. I love how I'm just like fist fighting an ogre in this form. Oh, come on. Stop knocking me over. There we go. Perfect. So this guy's taken care of now. Which means this realm is like unlocked, I guess. Yes. Okay. Actually, before we do this, there was something I could do with the spirit, I think, in the very first one. Yes. Essence of Will. Now, what's his abilities? Okay, he does a regen, a crushing prison, and Winter's Grasp. Interesting. Now let's head back to Meal and make sure we finish up his realm. Like, first off, there's this door. so she should be the big bad of this area. Taken care of. Okay, spirit form isn't too bad. I believe it said it's, vulnerable to just physical attack, though, so I'll have to be careful about that. I am kind of slow here, though. Do you have anything to say?
What did you do? I felt something. Like the Earth was shifting. Except it probably wasn't the Earth.
I killed one of the demons on the islands.
You did? You managed to get to it. I didn't think it was possible. Killing that demon must have opened something. Perhaps the pieces are falling into place now.
So, are the blood mages responsible for all this trouble?
Uldred is the mastermind behind it all. At Uldred's suggestion, the Circle was about to ally itself with Loghain, when the Terns' treachery was revealed. Uldred made excuses, but we were having none of it. He panicked then, tried to leave. Irving would not let him.
What did Irving plan to do?
I don't know. I don't believe we got to that part. I was barely paying attention. Such meetings are boring. The course of action usually decided before we even congregate.
But how did the trouble start?
Uldred let loose a bolt of energy that flung us all against the far wall. That woke me up. It might have been a signal. That was when a whole group of mages poured into the chamber. And that was when I saw real blood magic in action for the first time in my life. It was like they brought the wrath of the Maker himself down upon our heads.
But the abominations, where did they come from?
I was just getting to that. Uldred must have also dabbled in demonology. When the fighting started, he tried to summon something, or some things. They overwhelmed him, and when his screaming stopped, Uldred was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
I'm sure he wishes he were dead. Uldred became an abomination. And when I saw it, I ran for my life.
You ran? But I thought you were trying to save the Circle.
I was in a panic. Once I calmed down, I thought about what would happen if that thing got out. I gathered some of my fellows and we obtained the litany from the stockroom. I thought if we disabled the others, we could throw everything we had at Uldred. But I saw my friends fall, one by one. And now it's my turn.
What do you know about the Litany of Adralla?
Not much. I know that it stops blood mages from taking over your mind. I don't even know who or what Adralla is. You're better off asking someone more knowledgeable.
I should explore this place a bit more.
I don't want it to end like this. Do you feel it? It's getting so cold.
Okay. Let's do a once-over of this island. Make sure we haven't missed any stat upgrades or anything. Oh, what is this? Wisp Wraith. Ugh, why am I so slow? There we go. And there's an essence of Dex. Okay, that was it. Just that one stat increase there. So that's 2 down. See, is this a large area? Maybe. Let's try to clear this out. At least the areas we've already been in. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Aha, like that. Cunning and Constitution, both very important. There's a massive door I couldn't get through before. Essence of Magic. No books, though? That's kind of sad. Considering this looks like a library. Let's head back to that other Fade pedestal. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to cut things out as I just run back and forth through big areas like this. Okay, here we are. Need to get through this massive door. Oh, and it looks like we're going to be up against something good in the next room. Preemptive golem. Oh yeah. I think this is going to be the right form to deal with this. If I can not get knocked over, that is. There we go. That should be all of them, I think. Oh, and a rage demon. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to be very good at damaging golem form. I'm sure any of my other forms would have been far more vulnerable. Okay. Font of Strength. Is that it? Looks like it. Double check the map. Yep, that's the whole thing. So this area, cleared. Okay. This one's a bit labyrinthine, and we're pretty much at time. So let's read some more Codex entries and call it a night for this one. Arcane Horror. Upon ascending to the second floor of the tower, we were greeted by a gruesome sight. A ragged collection of bones wearing the robes of one of the senior enchanters. I had known her for years, watched her raise countless apprentices, and now she was a mere puppet for some demon. Transcribed from a tale told by a Templar in Antiva City, 713 Storm. Demons, of course, have no form in our world. When they enter, either where the veil is particularly thin or through blood magic summoning, they must take possession of a body. When a pride demon takes control of the corpse of a mage, an arcane horror is born. Although they appear to be little more than bones, these are fierce creatures, possessing not only all the spellcasting abilities of a living mage, but also the capacity to heal and even command other animated corpses. Desire Demon. In all my studies, I must say that the most intriguing was my interview with the Desire Demon. That the creature was willing to speak with me was a sign that this was no mere monster, mindlessly driven by its nature, but rather a rational being as interested in me as I was in it. It took a form that I would call female, though I had no doubt that it could appear otherwise. I wondered if it appeared as it did because I wanted it to, or because I expected it to. She, and indeed I can only think of her as such now, smiled warmly at me, and laughed a musical sound that seemed to thrill my old heart. So frightened was I of this creature's legendary abilities to twist the hearts of men, and so relieved was I when I looked across the table into her dark eyes. This was a fearsome creature of the Fade, but as I spoke with her, I slowly came to realize that this demon was merely as misunderstood as we mages are ourselves. From the journal of former senior enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle of Rivain, declared apostate in 920 Dragon. I wonder why. Of all the threats from beyond the veil, few are more insidious and deceptively deadly than the Desire Demon. In folklore, such demons are characterized as peddlers of lust, luring their prey into a sexual encounter only to be slain at the culmination. While a Desire Demon can indeed deal in pleasure, in truth, they deal with any manner of desire that humans can possess. Wealth, power, and beauty, to name a few. Far more intelligent than the bestial hunger and rage demons, and more ambitious than the demons of sloth, these dark spirits are among the most skilled at tempting mages into possession. Many who serve the whims of a Desire Demon never realize it. They are manipulated by illusions and deceit, if not outright mind control, although these demons are reluctant to resort to such crude measures. Instead, they seem to take great pleasure in corruption. The greater the deceit, the greater their victory. Only demons of pride prove more fearsome opponents when roused. Their ability to affect the mind allows them to assume disguises and even alter the environment to their purposes, not to mention the great strength and speed they possess if they should have to resort to more physical means. Most often, a Desire Demon will attempt to bargain its way to freedom if overpowered. Many stories exist that depict mages defeating Desire Demons to the point where a wish can be wrested from them. It should be noted that in such stories the demon almost always gets the upper hand, even when the mage thinks his wish has been granted. Ghoul. What the blight does not destroy, it corrupts. Any creature infected with the Darkspawn taint that does not have the good fortune to die outright becomes a ghoul, a twisted shadow of itself. The name originally comes from men, whether human, dwarven, or elven, who become tainted, usually while being held as the captive food source by the Darkspawn. They would turn cannibal, preying on other captives, slaves to the will of the archdemon, driven mad by pain. During a blight, the corruption of the Darkspawn spreads through the wilder areas of Thedas and infects the animals found there. This produces grotesque, enraged bears called Berescarn, as well as blight wolves. Fortunately, ghouls rarely survive their corruption for long. Golem. Once a crucial part of Orzammar's defenses, golems have all but vanished as the secret to their manufacture was lost over 1,000 years ago. What few golems remain are guarded closely by the Shaperid, brought out when the battle with the Darkspawn grows desperate enough to risk their loss. No one now would sell a golem for any price, but in ancient times, dwarves sold many golems to the Magister Lords of Tevinter. They are devastating weapons in war, living siege engines, capable of hurling boulders like a catapult or plowing through enemy lines like an earthquake. And let's end it with Skeleton. The demons of the Fade are jealous of the living beings they sense from across the veil. They constantly push against the boundaries of the Fade, and when they finally cross over, they attempt to possess the first living creature they see. They are unable, however, to distinguish that which was once living from that which still is. In fact, a corpse provides an even more tempting target to a weaker demon, as it has no will with which to resist the possession. The demon cannot rationalize why this is so, it only sees a target and grasps at the opportunity. A skeleton is exactly that, a corpse animated by a possessing demon. Upon finding itself trapped within a body that cannot sustain it, the demon is driven insane. It seeks to destroy any life that it encounters, attacking without thought to its own welfare. The exact names given to skeletons of this type vary according to the nature of the demon that possesses it. A fanged skeleton is a skeleton possessed by a hunger demon. These skeletons devour whatever life they encounter, and often possess the ability to drain life energy and mana from their victims. A shambling skeleton is a slower-moving skeleton possessed by a sloth demon, able to bring entropic powers against its opponents, slowing them and even putting them to sleep. More powerful demons have been known to command skeletons, but at that level they are known by other names, revenants and arcane horrors, to name two. Alright, we'll call it there for now. Next time we will attempt to escape the Fade, and then hopefully free the mages in the tower. See you next time!